Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honors. Of course, go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders, great millstone, who through the Holy Spirit continue to push out this truth. Salutations to the other Akim, fellow Akim, that is, pushing out this truth, trying to wake up the remaining, hopefully elect throughout the four corners. Again, this is Naaman with the DC camp, and today, this is a good little news site here. It's called NTD. All right, and I'm just going to play. It's a lot going on here. This is, of course, may turn out to be one hell of a hot summer. All right, it's all kinds of things going on. All right, prophecies being fulfilled. And in any case, again, let's get into it. It says President Joe Biden is meeting the chief of the Federal Reserve. Get a load of that. Let's go ahead and roll this video. I hope you all know, for those of you all that might catch this for the first time that don't know, the Federal Reserve has nothing to do with the United States government. It is a private organization. You've got a cabal of thugs, all right? These people that are pretending to be Jews, all right? This is how they run the world. Like their patriarch said, you know, give me control of a nation's money, you know, I care not who makes the laws, paraphrasing. But if you think about it, you know, in its wickedness, it's brilliant. All right, and that's he's got everybody by the cojones. All right, so let's go ahead and roll this. Just 1 second here. Hold on. Salaki on that. Had to because I have the fan running here just in case you could hear that. So let's go ahead and roll.
Welcome to NTD News Today. I'm Kevin Hogan. Let's take a look at our top stories. President Biden meeting the chief of the Federal Reserve today to discuss inflation. Biden also outlining his own plan to tackle rising prices. Border Patrol agents praised for their progress over a 3-day period. Find out what they accomplished. The European Union agrees to cut 90% of Russian oil imports, aiming to cut down Russia's ability to finance the war in Ukraine. The EU plans to cut the remaining 10% in the future. And Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen says Washington is planning cooperation between the U.S. National Guard and Taiwan's military. That's in response to a growing threat from Communist China. President Biden is meeting.
So, as you saw with that Taiwan deal, you know, South Korea, you know, you got these bootlickers for the United States, you know, they always want to go hand in hand with these devils, see. Let's go ahead, of course, that's later on, but let's go ahead and go with this, your president here.
Meeting with Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell today. The focus is on addressing high inflation. NTD's Jessica.
I hope you all know this is all orchestrated.
President Biden says the Fed's main role is to control inflation. He vowed not to try to influence the Fed's decisions ahead of a meeting with Fed Chair Jerome Powell Tuesday. The Fed's under pressure to put a dent in inflation, which is running more than 3 times its 2% target. Americans facing higher prices for nearly everything. One of the items hitting people in the wallet especially hard, filling up the car.
I certainly have rethought some of my summer plans, both in flying and in driving.
The national average cost for a gallon of regular is $4.62 as of Tuesday, according to AAA. That's up over $1.50 compared to a year ago. Patrick DeHaan from Gas Buddy says it may get worse before it gets better.
The average commute may be 12.5 miles, and the average car gets 25 miles a gallon combined. You know, you're going to pay $4.60 every day on your way to and from work, and that's certainly going to add up over the course of a week.
Of course it will, because it's squeezing out the middle class. As it says in the scriptures in the Apocrypha, be not ignorant in a small matter, nor a great matter. All right, and unfortunately for the American people, they are some ignorant motherfuckers. All right, stupid. All right, this is all being done on purpose. This gas, you gotta understand, the agenda that this motherfucker ran on, part of it was what? He wanted to usher in this, these EVs, these electric vehicles. All right, like I say, that's going to give them what? More control over you. Think about it. Now you have all the fuel that you can't afford running the plants, all right, to provide electricity so you can charge up your vehicles. All right. It's not that hard, but again, I guess to everybody else, this is conspiracy theory. And the famine that's coming. Oh, it's coming. You're going to run out of wheat. They project around the end of July, the beginning of August. The culling of all these farm animals, cows, pigs, etc. You know? And hey, let me tell you something. These Edomites, for you Jakes out there that, I don't know, you believe in this political game that they play. You're a Republican, I don't like you, you're a Democrat, fuck you nigger, and all this. See, at the end of the day, we're the only ones going to be, you know, because we're on the bottom, so we're going to suffer. When it says Jacob's trouble, all right, that's just what it means. We're on the bottom. We are the poor. We don't have the means that these other nations have. All right, you might have a few of us, you know, here I am in the, you know, DMV. You got some counties out here. I believe Prince George is, I think, to this day, is, as far as for Jake is concerned, I think it's the richest county in America. All right, not like Montgomery County or Loudoun County in Virginia or Fairfax County, Virginia. No, I'm just talking about for Jakes. Yeah, PG County in Maryland, I think, is number one. All right, so still. Anyway, so, but like I said, what does it all matter? They're squeezing out the middle class, you know, and a lot of people walked away from their jobs for the metro where they were making pretty good money. That means the local, you know, metro service here, you know, they do pretty good. But a lot of them said, I ain't getting that fucking, you know, jump shot. All right, government jobs. You know, this area, that was big here in this area, you know. But this devil's put the squeeze on everybody, all right? So with this inflation, I mean, just getting one bag of groceries should cost you anywhere from, depending on what you get, anywhere from $60 to $100. People are feeling it. You had a number, you got to understand, there are a whole hell of a lot of people that is living check to check. I think it was a couple of months ago I heard people are maxing out their credit cards. See a lot of, you know, these Edomites are good actors. You will have a lot of them that are suffering, and you might necessarily know it until they pull out an Uzi or something, all right? So that's why we also tell Jake, we're warning you, be circumspect out there, all right? Because these motherfuckers, there's all kinds of militias and shit. Hey, let's continue. I mean, it's going to get wild out here.
Has been criticized for its slow response to inflation, but it signaled interest rate hikes are coming to address the issue. The White House is also under pressure, Biden announcing his own three-step plan to fight inflation Monday in an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. The first step is to allow the Fed to do its job, which is fighting inflation. Next is to make goods more affordable for families. Biden offers several ways to do this, including getting Congress to pass his clean energy tax credits. He says that would reduce the average American's energy bill. Biden also suggests fixing broken supply chains, improving infrastructure, and cracking down on fees that international companies impose to move product.
This is all bullshit. All they're doing is biding time, telling the dumbass people, all right, this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. In the meantime, they're buying time for this new currency system, this digital currency system to get up and running. That's all they want. They don't give a fuck, because cash is going to be meaningless very soon here. We was conspiracy theories. We kept telling you, been for years trying to warn you what's going on. Everybody's busy observing all these piece of shit demonic holidays and all this, I mean, but we, that have been blessed, our eyes have been open to see what's going on, and we know that, filtering it through the scriptures, we have to continue to pray, all right, and get as much of this knowledge in our heads and our noggin, Isaiah 33 and 6, that's what we're here for the simple fact that when everybody else is losing their mind out here, we can have some calm, all right? Let's continue.
Lastly, Biden says America needs to reduce its federal deficit by reforming the tax code. Some analysts say recent economic indicators show inflation may have peaked in March, but economists warn it could take a while before inflation falls back to a healthy level.
Nope.
Jessica Beatty, NTD News.
Again, telling you what you need to hear. All right, we're on the verge of hyperinflation. All right, hyperinflation. It's going to run amok. People are going to lose it. There's going to be riots in the streets. There's going to be anarchy. And they're doing this because they have to be justified in order to lower the hammer, all right, which they are going to do. All right, there's a method to this madness. Trust me.
U.S. Border Patrol making a significant buck.
And there, it's called the Hegelian dialectic, all right, named after, of course, his last name. And all simply put, it's problem, which of course they designed all this, which causes a reaction from the people. And then they come in on the white horse. We have the solution. Look at this. And people eat it up, or at least they have. That's what's going on.
Bust over 3 days. Agents are being praised for stopping violent criminals and drugs from entering the country. NTD's Jeremy Sandberg has more.
U.S. Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz says he's extremely proud of the work his agency is doing. In a 3-day bust, Border Patrol agents managed to seize 13 pounds of meth, 26 pounds of heroin, and 131 pounds of fentanyl. Fentanyl is a potent opioid estimated to be over 100 times stronger than morphine. It's often cut into other drugs and linked to recent spikes of overdose deaths in the U.S. Over the 3 days, agents also stopped 10 sex offenders, 3 gang members, 1 assassination suspect, and 1 fugitive wanted for murder.
It's a hell of a week.
Ortiz says 18 large groups with close to 2,500 migrants were brought in and 22 water rescues conducted. According to Ortiz, 3 agents were assaulted during the busts. During a recent trip to the border in Texas, Senator Roger Marshall and sheriffs from Kansas rode along with Border Patrol agents to see the situation firsthand. Agents pulled over a car smuggling illegal migrants. Once pulled over, the passengers tried to run away, but were brought back by Border Patrol. One woman was showing severe symptoms of dehydration and heat exhaustion. Senator Marshall, who is a doctor, was concerned about her going into heat stroke and helped cool her down. Marshall gave her water.
He was so concerned. This photo op bullshit, and people gonna fall for this. You gotta understand, we're in the midterm election season, all right? And still playing politics, all right? This photo shoot, I mean, now all of a sudden we want to do something. Hey, it's an election year. Same old bullshit that our people keep falling for, all right? Hey, let's get this scripture real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna end it on that. I'm not gonna take too long. We're going to go into 2 Corinthians. Very simple, very basic. Verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. What are some of those devices? What does that mean? What is he talking about? Devices. All right. Simply put, here we go. This is Strong's G 3540, Noema.
Strong's G 3540, Naima.
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 An evil purpose. All right. That's what it is. These people can't help but do wrong. All right. What do you expect? Let's see. Oh man. It says this is Micah 7:2. The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. All right, and that's what this all is on this devil's mind. Blood, blood. How can I acquire? Because he's a covetous bastard too. That's Habakkuk 2nd chapter. They hunt every man his brother with a net. All these schemes. All right. 3, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asketh, and the judge asketh for reward, and the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire. Again, going into what? What did I just read about the evil purpose, the thought, the devices, that's desire, intent. All right. So they wrap it up. All right. Hey, I'm going to end it right there. So with that, hey, shalom.